Fears for Venezuelan twin of collapsed Italian viaduct after a fire broke out on it just last week. The Italian bridge collapse has sparked fears for the safety of a twin structure in Venezuela which suffered a fire just days before the Genoa disaster. The 5-mile-long General Rafael Urdaneta Bridge links the country's second city Maracaibo with the rest of Venezuela and was designed by Riccardo Morandi, whose viaduct in Italy collapsed on Tuesday. A fire last Friday destroyed an electricity transformer, forcing the closure of the Urdaneta Bridge and leaving millions without power for several days, while experts say the weighing system has not worked for years. The Venezuelan crossing has already suffered one fatal accident, just 2 years after its completion in 1962, when an oil tanker struck the bridge in a collision which killed 7 people. The technology of pre-stressed reinforced concrete used in the bridge's construction was the hallmark of its Italian engineer Morandi, who died in 1989. Dubbed Patent Morandi M5, he had used the technology for other works, including a wing of the Verona Arena in 1953. The Venezuelan bridge was completed 5 years before the Genoa structure named after him, which broke apart this week killing 38 people. Marcello Monot, former director of a private engineering company in the surrounding state of Zulia, said no maintenance had been carried out on the Venezuelan viaduct's reinforced concrete piers for more than 2 decades. The weighing system has not worked for years, so it is not calculating the weight of the cargo vehicles, which represents a risk, he said. Experts from the University of Zulia, as well as engineering and construction specialists, are preparing a report on the condition of the bridge. We will not issue any irresponsible diagnosis or fall into sensationalism, Enrique Ferrer, president of the Chamber of Construction, told AFP. He said the report would seek to calm the population about the 56-year-old viaduct's condition. Venezuelans have long been concerned about the country's crumbling infrastructure after a slump in oil prices coupled with corruption and mismanagement brought the economy to a standstill, causing chronic food and medicine shortages. The Maracaibo Bridge, inaugurated in 1962, remained closed between Friday and Monday and was only partially reopened by Wednesday. The incident heightened concerns over the structural integrity of the bridge and left the surrounding Maracaibo and San Francisco areas, home to 4 million people, without power for several days. The government claimed the fire was caused by sabotage, a recurrent explanation offered for the repeated failures of an electricity grid ravaged by lack of maintenance and spare parts.